And 3, 2, 1. It's setting it up. And we are live.
Ooh.
Beautiful. Okay, so we are, oh, wait, let me turn the sound off on this. All right, so we are live here on YouTube, which is not our normal. Let me turn this off here. It's not our normal thing. I am Debbie G. This is the Spirituality Gone Wild channel. And what that is a place for community, connection, co-creating, and collaboration with compersion. So we lift each other up and we show each other our greatness. This is Cup of Grata. It's a shot of expression and 2 squirts of reality. Today I have the extraordinary co-squirt with some serious skill and serious freaking, she's got some hoopla. I don't even know where it's coming from right now, but she's got some hoopla. The Ginger Shaman in the house, Allison, and I can't say your last name, even though it sounds like Capioli.
Should hear what people call me. Well, we pronounce it Capicilli, but you can say Capachilli.
Capachilli. Can I say the Capachilli? I got the cup of chili and the cup of grata. I don't even know what to say. Oh my God, we're going to have, I think we're getting many, many squirts of reality today. I can just feel it.
Oh man. Have we shared to FB yet?
We haven't done, no. In fact, you know what I'm doing is I'm going to queue up Derek. So here's what I'm going to do. Since we're on YouTube, I'm going to do my normal cup of grata deal. I'm going to share Trusika. Some awesome music that is uplifting, inspiring. It's got a little bit of a rap beat, and it's very, very cool. And I'm just gonna pick one here. Let me find one of Derek's. Ooh, Esoteric Agenda. That sounds like a pretty rad one, right?
Yeah.
You know what I love about this, Allison, is that whenever I go to queue up his music, just the right song always pops up. No matter what, you know? And
I love that.
Yeah, it's super neato besito. So let me get the screen shared and then I'm going to share the link for the YouTube to your message on Facebook.
Okay.
And then we can all start sharing it out.
Let's do it. I'm ready.
All right, girl. All right.
Rock and roll.
Let's get this. Let's do this, man. Woo, we're going to have fun today. We're going to be talking about all kinds of stuff and healing and messages from beyond.
Woohoo. Ooh, what's this? Oh, here we go.
Okay. All right, guys.
My intuition, religious systems make prisons wide, distorting your vision. Satan wreaking havoc is tragic. They call it superstition. Dogmatic schisms are written by the son of perdition. Hidden esoterics, seeking truth after knowledge. If the truth wasn't hidden, then everyone would find it. Kundalini rising, the masses hypnotized. Into 7th ray of light, ignite the third eye brightly shining. Shamanistic perceptions and teaching lessons. I'm returning to the earth like one returns to the essence. Etheric ancestral spirits that are guiding my progression. Benevolent entities give peace, bestowing blessing. I'm a tele-evangelist. But television can't handle this. Try to walk in integrity when a lot of preachers are scandalous. I'm a living epistle, a walking ark of the covenant. Heed the words of the prophets, never put your trust in the government. I'm in tune with the spirit, revealing the prophecies. And my lyrics, you will hear it, don't fear it, the mysteries. You can find me in my prayer closet, praying on my knees. Speaking to my God, coming clean these better streets. It's full of drug money, politics, and full of greed. And you can't trust nobody, not even the police. Most of the churches are corrupt, all they care about is cheese. Like mammon is their God, the love of money, our enemy. Guard your grill, guard your heart, resist temptation, let it feed. We the head and not the tail, them and tail, tall tales. Lost tribes of Israel, the ones who suffer, can't you tell? Concentration and Captain Jill's Illuminati casting spells on your mind. Dog, it's time that we liberate the rhyme. I got a diamond in my soul, so it's time I let it shine. No man know the hour, but be aware of the time. Let the kundalini rise and climb up your spine. Abracadabra, inside disarming, dismantling, handle negative entities with my positive energy. When I'm flowing, they feeling me, cause I'm showing no sympathy. Feel the power is filling me with the sign of a symphony. Now's the hour that I'ma be infiltrating the infantry. Know the silence is killing me, speaking, walking in liberty while I'm waiting on bending. Know that God is forgiving me on the island like John. I can see the visions of Elohim, feeling the healing vibes as I lace this instrumental. My syllabus stimulate minds, giving knowledge to your mental, speaking life in the form of rhymes as I ride to the tempo. And this phenomenon won't be moved when the wind blow. I'm in the world but not of it, so where do I belong? I'm relying on my fans because the friends are all gone. I'm getting closer to what I see in my dreams. They say that knowledge is dying, I'm grinding so it may seem. I know that all life is sacred, this is the truth that I perceive. Learn to share what we have and then there's no need for greed. Put them in a casket, the Vatican better than using magic. Put it into the man to seek the truth and give it to the masses. They think it's tragic, we smash it while giving y'all the glory. I'm just an example, I only exist to tell a story. My testimony unfolding according to the light. We're transformed in His image until we look like Christ.
Oh, I tell you, I love Truth Seekers music. For anybody that's interested, that is my buddy Derek, the Truth Seeker, and that is truthseeker.com. Well, you know what, Allison? I'm laughing right now. You know why I'm laughing? Oh, you're muted. That's why I'm laughing again. Oh my gosh, this is so hilarious. So I've got it shared on. I've got it shared, and I'm hoping that we'll be able to see comments. And welcome, we're on YouTube. So, Allison, how's it going today?
It's going very well. It's a beautiful day here in Newport, Rhode Island. It's a little cloudy, but the sun's trying to pop through here. And I'm here with you. So
I know.
What's better than that?
Actually, there usually isn't anything better than that, because like hanging with me is the shit. So, dude, like, you know, all that stuff was like, we've been dealing with some stuff with my son, right? Okay, do you know what he did last night?
I don't. What did he do?
I'm gonna tell you. So Scott Thomas and TJ Woodward wrote Conscious Recovery. My son, for anybody who's going to watch this, just publicly talked about the fact that he's just coming off heroin, and that he's went through some stuff to get to where he's at. So the support and everything is huge. And for like Josie Herndon with Addiction Therapeutic Services in Rancho Mirage showing up and taking him in, that's where he's at today. But what happened last night is he went live with Scott and TJ on Scott's live and talked about this. TJ, who's written the book Conscious Recovery, is now going to do a session with Christopher. But the point, dude, we are an example. You know, he went live sharing, spilling all this stuff, and I'm thinking to myself, you know, how important it is that we show up and just be our authentic selves, because it gives other people the courage to be themselves. And I'm grateful for that. What do you think about that? Is that cool or what?
That is, and that's what's important, is when you're true to yourself and you don't realize when you're doing that how many people you can really help by just speaking up and doing your thing. It's like at first people might think, they might judge you, because it's kind of like what humans do, but they'll see, like with me coming out of my, you know, with what I do for a living, having a business background, and then switching over to crystals and cards and energy.
You went woo woo? Did you? She went woo woo. Oh God, we are on Spirituality Gone Wild. Do you not know where we are?
So everybody was like, no, she's crazy. So I continue to speak my truth and do my thing. eventually my friends and family came around, and now they're asking me for advice. They're coming to me for spiritual advice all the
Of
time.
course.
And so when you share your story, and also I share my stories, because I've been down a similar path,
Mm-hmm.
similar road with addictions.
Yep.
And when you share it, people go, wow, this person is real, and look what they are, look where they are now. You know, if they can get out of this, or if they can do this, I can too. And that's exactly why it's important to speak your truth and tell your story.
Yeah. Yeah. It totally is. And you know what's so cool is that what came forward last night, Allison, is the change to the way that recovery looks and how it's viewed. Rather than focusing on, I am this, whatever addiction it is, rather than that, looking at the actual core wounding and that process, and actually going through a healing process that is everlasting, period. And conscious recovery offers that. And I'm in David Strickle's, the streamofdavid.com. I'm in his boot camp. Okay. I told David this morning, I said, you know what, David, I don't know if you realize this, because this entire course he has was channeled. And you know what dude, check this out. His course is very, very much like the book Conscious Recovery. And people that have went through his course talk about breaking addiction. But that's not why they're taking it. They're taking it for trust your abundance, for law of attraction, for other reasons. And they come through it and realize, oh, and oh, look at I've even, this is not a thing, and whatever. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my word, that was brilliant. Brilliant. I watch, and so we're conscious recovery specifically. Okay, we're gonna tackle this. You know, this one was the same exact thing, pulling it up by the roots, pulling out that core belief, that core trauma, that core PTSD, and changing the perspective of it. And that's really what this comes down to, is an alternate perspective from where we were to where we are now. Right? What do you think?
Beautiful.
I mean,
It's
all right.
beautiful. And it's like you begin to view it, um and I'm trying to think of the words for this, but you're viewing it differently, you know, and you're not placing judgment on it. And
No
that's the
shame.
thing with addictions. People will tend to place judgments on others, or
Yeah.
compare and contrast other disorders with addictions. And it's just like another disorder, like anything else, you know, it really is. And it should be treated as such, you know, and hopefully as it goes along, people will start understanding that. And
Mhm.
it is already starting to get that way. So be more acceptance, you know, and more, as there's more acceptance, there's going to be more support for it.
Mhm. Mhm. And I agree. Well, you know, it's also the whole take on recovery and the way that it was looked at is it okay with an 80 to 90% failure rate. Something's not working. Something is definitely off in the whole thing. We all know that. So the solution is providing new tools on how to live. In my experience, new tools. That's how we live in our human existence. And speaking of tools, see, Allison, this is where your woo woo comes in, baby. You see, because these tools that we're using today are all about healing our bodies, healing our mind, brain entrainment, repatterning our cellular structure, and all of these things. And there's a lot that goes into that. Once you're past that space of, okay, this isn't working for me anymore. Okay, now we have to find things that are going to work for us. So what I love is that throughout this whole process, each of us have these practices, and these practices are how that we share that unique gift with the world to bring forward those changes that a person not change the changes the person is seeking to see, not saying the person needs to be changed or fixed, the changes in their reality they wish to see. And Allison does this. This is part of what she does. This is what we are all practicing our own way of doing this. Gratitude teaching and compassionate communication skill set teaching is my favorite thing to do. The healing, and I love doing that work too. But what I loved even more is when you've got Allison. What happens before you get to me, you got to have Allison. She's got to go in there and clear your ass out. She's got a roto rule. She's got a roto
Roto-Rooter.
Rooter. That's his name. Keeping cleaning those pipes every day. Apparently, you're a pipe cleaner now.
I'm a pipe cleaner.
She's the Ginger Shaman. She's the pipe cleaner. Clean your pipes. All right, we're all good, and that's good because given the fact that we're all in harmony and we're like those big organs in those big churches. We need our pipes cleaned so that our sound and so that our truth can come out. And so, what's so badass about you, Allison, is this is what you do. You focus on the healing aspects of this and helping people step into their greatness with feeling the wholeness, the oneness, and also the release of the energetically and emotionally. When you say energetic, think your emotions, think your baggage. That's your energetic shit. Okay. Well, I don't believe in energy. Well, do you believe in the fact that you've got emotional baggage that it got to be released? Well, this is one good way to look at it. Remember, alternating perspectives here, alternating the shift and the perspective of what was. Look, I've got to say this: if what was working, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Right.
We would not. So, Allison, woo, let's just tell everybody about your woo woo. Woo woo to wow wow. Let me make it specific.
Well, I don't know. Where should I start? Should I start at the beginning?
Let's start at the very beginning. A very good place to start.
So 4 years ago, I was what we would consider a normal person. I worked all day, all night, came home. I had 2 kids, taking care of the kids, the house, the family, had to have my mom move in with me, taking care of everybody. And I lost my job, right? They had a, what do they call it? Like a layoff, but they just severed employment.
Oh, wow.
It was a major corporation that's been around since the 1800s.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a communications company, by the way. And so I went into kind of like a little mental breakdown.
Okay.
And I went to the hospital. I was also taking pills.
Yep.
On alcohol. I was gambling a lot. I was on the downward spiral.
Mm-hmm.
I was on the end of the downward spiral. So I went to the hospital, put myself in there. I was very depressed, suicidal, all of that. Mm. And during that time there, we had group therapy. And in the group therapy, they gave us those adult coloring books to kind of keep us calm. And I learned about once a week, they'd have a lady come in and talk about something different. And this one week, they had a woman come in with a crystal singing bowl, and she taught us how to breathe and meditate. And I'd never done that before. And for the very first time, sitting in the hospital with another group of people, coloring my coloring books all day, we finally sat down and we all just breathed and just relaxed. And what do you know? I started loving it. I said, wow, what is this? I've never done this before. I've always been hustle, bustle, run around, never stop. Distracting my mind all the time, distracting myself. So it was something completely different to just sit in contemplation, quiet contemplation. At first, it's difficult, but as I liked it and I started doing it more at home, I started looking on YouTube for videos to listen to, and that's what I did. And so I began to meditate.
Yep.
And I started to see colors around people, and I'm like, "What is this? This isn't what I know.
What is that?"
Yeah. So I look it up. I'm like, I'm seeing auras around people. I'm seeing their energy field. I'm seeing your bioenergy field. So I started researching. I'm like, what's going on here? And then things started progressing, and I learned how to read cards. And then I had some experiences which we would consider to be dark experiences, mm-hmm. where things would come to me and I wouldn't know what they were, and they would I'd feel them touching me and stuff. Mm-hmm. And some things made my heart race, and it was kind of scary. So it was scary for me. So because I was still at that I'm gonna say lower vibrational level, that's what we will call it, because I was still operating on that. I wasn't quite living. I wasn't living well then, but I was still meditating. So I had opened myself up, and I was experiencing the stuff that we would consider dark still. So I went to I looked up something on the internet, and I came across a woman that lived nearby that was a shaman. I said, I'm going to go see this lady. So I went and saw her. She did a session on me. I was so blown away, and what she had seen and heard and felt around me and everything. I was like, I think this is where I want to go in life.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like several months later, maybe 6 months later, I had come across one of her ads that she had put up. It was like something like a meme. And I was like, oh, that sounds so nice. So then I clicked on a link, and it talked about the shamans of Peru. And as I'm reading this at 3 o'clock in the morning, I wept in my soul.
Okay.
And I knew that's what I was supposed to be doing. Just at that moment at 3 a.m. And I couldn't wait to message her. So I messaged her, 3 o'clock in the morning, like,
Yeah.
oh my God, I think this is it. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. So then she had classes and teachings, and I did a whole 6-month shamanic journey, and
Now,
still going on with it. And
did
it's amazing.
Did you use plant medicine during that?
We did, there's different rituals that we use. They use bay leaves, and we do rituals around fire, all kinds of stuff. We would work with rose water, essential oils, there's all kinds of different things that we would use every week. And we have a medicine bundle that we sit in, and they have crystals and stones. And then we would also feed our messes with flowers or whatever was outdoors. We like feed the messes. So you literally feed it something from the earth, and you keep it like charged and activated. So the rituals were really interesting, and it's enlightening at the same time. So it's led me.
It's a lightning.
So it's enlightening.
Oh, and lightning. I'm like, it's a lightning. We're
There's
like,
lightning. There's lightning everywhere.
You were zapped. She was zapped. Well, I was asking about plant medicine because some people, when you bring up Peru, some people love to go to Peru on the shamanic journeys and go through that process with ayahuasca or
Oh yes, yes. We
psilocybin
didn't do any of that.
or peyote. Well,
Yeah.
and as a matter of fact, I mean, Jerry Powell from Rhythmia, everybody look at rhythmia.com. You need to go there. Is an enlightenment center, but Jerry Powell went to Peru on this shamanic journey. And so it's quite interesting that you bring that up. I mean, it's a very powerful path. And but see, this is the beauty of the uniqueness of the gifts. People are called to certain structures and things that resonate within them. And I love the fact that shaman's cool. What that is that's a healer. It's a medicine healer. She's definitely woo woo to wow wow. So as you've been learning this, you've connected with all of the different energetic realms. So we've got the angels, we've got your spirit guides, you've got all of the masters and all of that type of thing that you pull the energy from.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And but the most important part of the whole shamanic journey is actually going in through this life from your very first memory as a baby.
Mm-hmm.
And you go through every single thing that you can remember, whether your mother spanked you, whether someone yelled at you, whatever it is, something happened in school, and you relive it.
Mm-hmm.
You feel the emotion.
Right.
You relive the entire emotion. You forgive the situation. You forgive yourself. You forgive the other person. You release. You do a lot of crying. I cried for 6 months. And then I cried 6 months after that too.
Okay.
And you begin to heal ancestral soul lineage issues.
Right.
So things that keep coming up in each lifetime. So you begin to heal those. So then future, incarnations or your soul family doesn't have to experience that anymore because you took on the lesson for them. And this is something I really want to do, is like, I want to, this year, I'm aiming for this year, go to Peru and learn the way of the Kiro. And they're like the most, I guess, respected shamans because they're hidden. And they always wear all like the the ceremonial gear all the time. So they're like highly respected shamans, but they hide. They're not in public at all. So it would probably be kind of tricky for me to actually get in there.
Yeah,
But that's like one of my goals, to meet someone or talk to a shaman from the Kiro and learn a little more and bring that back to everybody here.
Okay, I'm loving this. And here's what I do know. Here's what I know. Nothing's impossible. Everything is possible. And if you want that, you already know that will happen.
Mm-hmm.
Just pick a date.
If you can dream it, it can happen.
If you can dream it, it can happen. Well, because if you are resonating with this, then you're also probably resonating with past, future, present being one and the same, and the quantum field. So everything that is happening, if you could imagine it, it is happening. It is real. It is aligning our vibration and aligning our thoughts and our belief systems with our heart, and keeping ourselves with that oneness that allows for those realities to be aligned with. And so as far as I'm concerned, you're like, guess who's going to Peru?
Yeah, me. I've been talking about it all year. So I'm really good at manifesting. Okay. I'm really good at manifesting. And I know I just need to actually flip the switch and it will happen. And I'm going to be creating, because it's going to cost a bit of money, like $5,000 total for everything.
Yeah.
I'm going to be doing a sponsorship online where people can donate to my trip, and there'll be like certain levels. For if you sponsor me for this much, you're going to get an attunement while I'm there. If you do this much, you're going to get an attunement and maybe a sacred item, something like that. So I'm going to come up with I'm coming up with the plan.
I like that idea.
It's going to happen. I like the idea of connecting while I'm there in the sacred land and doing an energetic session for the person wherever they are in the world.
Oh my God.
I would love that to happen to me,
I'm like digging, I'm like vibing with this, and I can't wait to get that together, because like that's gonna rock. And not only people are gonna really love being able to have that from Peru. People have done that in different aspects, and I think it's a pretty unique opportunity, quite frankly. So guys, I get to be her guinea pig today. And since we don't, first off, how about if we draw a card just for the general, just to set off the mood and the tone, or should we do it, or do you do them afterwards?
Cards? So cards are there. I don't know. Like, I've just recently picked up oracle cards. Before, I was tarot years and years ago, and then I stopped all cards and I just did pendulum and energy work. And just recently this year, maybe in February, I have like 30 oracle decks. Okay. I have a problem with collecting things, oracle decks and crystals. So the life purpose deck has been the one I've been drawn to lately, because I feel like it helps the client get on the path to their life purpose. And that's ultimately what I want to accomplish. I want to help clients connect to their higher selves, so they don't have to pay psychics or pay healers anymore. They can do all the work themselves, ultimately helping them remember who they really are, why they are here, what they are doing, and leading the human back to themselves. So that's my goal here, and that's why I use the life purpose deck, because it helps get you there, or at least it's a stepping stone for the next step. So yeah, let's pull a card. So
I'm loving this right now. This is just crazy awesome. You guys catch this? You're gonna work with Allison. You're going to go on a journey, a shamanic journey with this absolute adorable redhead, and get to tap into who you are and also see your purpose.
Yeah. Let me pull. I'm gonna put on my little shamanic background music here. I like to have my shamanic instrumental music going.
Oh, this
and
is
here
fun.
We go.
This is like super fun. I'm gonna like come over here and
it is.
I'm gonna get nice and cozy here on the couch and just kind of.
Let's see if we can get this to work. See if we can hear this.
Beautiful.
Okay, so I got the pipe in the back. There we go. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to actually open sacred space. And the way we do that is I read the prayer for opening sacred space. It's by the Four Winds. And you can probably find it online. So that's kind of what it looks like here. It's a little guy. You can probably find it in Google. I got it because I went on a shamanic journey and my teacher printed it out. So it's been here ever since. To the winds of the south, great serpent, wrap your coils of light around us. Teach us to shed the past the way you shed your skin, to walk softly on earth. Teach us the beauty way. To the winds of the west, mother jaguar, protect our medicine space. Teach us the way of peace to live impeccably and show us the way beyond death. To the winds of the north, hummingbirds, grandmothers and grandfathers, the ancient ones. Come warm your hands by our fires and whisper to us in the wind. We honor you who have come before us and you who will come after us, our children's children. To the winds of the east, great eagle condor, come to us from the place of the rising sun. Keep us under your wing and show us the mountains we only dare to dream of, and teach us to fly wing to wing with the Great Spirit. We've gathered for the honoring of all your children, the stone people, the plant people, the four-legged, the two-legged, the creepy crawlers, the finned, the furred, and the winged ones, all of our relations. Father, Son, Grandmother, Moon, to the star nations, you who are known by 1,000 names, and you who are the unnameable one, thank you for bringing us together and allowing us to sing the song of life. Namaste. I love you.
That was absolutely beautiful.
It always touches me. I get tingles whenever I get to the, we gathered for the honoring of all of our children, the stone people, the plant people, the four-legged. I love that. It brings something, it like, what this does is it actually, it kind of, I'm going to say it clears out, it clears the energy field, but it allows the ancestors to come back in. I also use, my favorite thing to burn is Palo Santo. I feel like it's a little more effective than sage. Sage likes to open and clear, but it also, if you don't burn sweet grass right after sage, you can let some other things back in. Some other types of energies can come back in. With Palo Santo, the other types of energies do not like it. So they're like, I'm out of here. So we're allowing only the high vibrational stuff in. But if sage works for you, and it works for many types of shamans, they use white sage. When you enter like their sacred circle, they'll dust you off with sage, and that's fine too. But for me, my personal preference is Palo Santo. Normally I'd burn it, but I'm not going to burn it right now because Sean's upstairs and he doesn't like the smell of it. He's like allergic to everything.
You know what's funny is I've not been drawn to sage, but I've been drawn to the Palo Santo.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know why. I just am. It's my preference.
Yeah.
So
well, it's stronger. Cool. It's more, to me, it's more effective than sage. With sage, you burn sage and then you have to burn sweetgrass right after it, because you wouldn't leave your door wide open in the Bronx, would you? Unlocked and open?
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't. No. So that's what sage does. It opens and allows things to come back in. And that's why everybody that burns sage, in 2 weeks later, they have more activity in their home because they use sage. I know that sounds really strange, but it's like what we've learned to use sage. Use Palo Santo and it'll stop it. So if you do burn sage, burn sweetgrass right after, because that'll close it off.
Okay.
That'll close off the I don't know, the little portals that we open while we're
keep talking. One second. I'm just going to plug my computer in. Just keep talking.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just going to shuffle away. Now, who I connect to is God, Goddess, Source, Creator, Energy, and it's actually my Nana. And my Nana, who's passed away back in 1988, she comes through for me for this. She actually pulls the cards out of the deck. I'm not the one who does it. So sometimes it takes a minute or two for the right one to come out. So this is going to be a card for, we're going to say for the collective. Card for the collective right now. Okay.
I had not plugged my computer in and it was going, I'm going to not stay on for you. You know, yeah, that's how we roll here on Spirituality Gone Wild. We just do. Okay, so I love that.
All right.
Palo Santo. That was really cool. That was a cool tip.
Yeah.
Very
I
cool.
got all kind. I'm full of all kinds of stuff. Tips
I'm
and
excited.
tricks.
I'm excited. You know, I don't know. Yeah, I get to spend time with Allison like when we do like group thing and fun stuff like that. This is the first time that I'll be going through this with her too. And I love this because I'll, I promise you, I will give you straight up feedback. I can't wait.
All right.
And then I'll let you guys know how you can hire her for sessions.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm down. I do all kinds of specialties, like really unique things. All right, let's see. Nana, we have. This is how it is. When I do sessions, it takes forever. Okay. We got a card here. So this is for the collective, and it's something that I think everyone should do. And this is all about writing. And it's about healing, teaching, and inspiring people, and entertaining with the words you can write. So this card came up as validation that a lot of us have like this built-in author in us with a story that's waiting to come out and be expressed. Whether it's, you know, your own autobiography or, you know, experiences you've had, books, articles, poetry, screenplays, music, whatever it is, there's part of us all that's longing for that artistic expression. And it will involve some self-discipline on everyone's part to do this, because it does. But if you spend a little bit of time each day engaging in some type of activity like that, you're going to find that things in your life are going to begin to line up. And what happens is when you're writing or even like doing crafting or an art, is you're putting your mindset in this vibrational range. And it's almost like you're meditating. And as you're meditating, you're raising your vibrational level. And as you're raising your vibrational level, these little antennae come out of you and you start sending signals out to the universe. Beep, 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 beep. And you're sending signals out to the universe saying, I want things of this like vibration to come into my experience. And then as long as you're maintaining that vibration and not dipping down into a lower vibrational level, when the boomerang comes back, you're going to be hit with all things of that like vibrational level. It might not be one specific thing, but it could be a ton of different things of that level that are going to come into your experience. So angels, God, Goddess, Source, Creator energy are reminding us that writing is not an exact science. It is an art. Okay. And we all know artists. If you're an artist, you know that you are your worst critic. You're like, I hate it. I hate everything about it. Or you notice the little imperfections and everything. But to somebody else, it's absolutely beautiful and absolutely perfect. It's absolutely the thing that they needed to hear from you or read or see or feel. So your ego is going to whisper fears to you and insecurities and say, this isn't right. This isn't right. It's not perfect. Ignore those, okay? Because it's perfectly imperfect. It's perfect for someone else. And if you do feel like you need help with connecting to your inner artist, your inner writer, the author within you, there is an archangel. We perceive the archangel energy as Gabrielle, whose specialty is to help you with writing and art and things like that. And Gabrielle will also give you confidence and clarity, and will also lead you to the correct people, the right path, the venues, the websites that you need in order to either learn about how to write or perfect an art, or to find someone that can help you get there, like a school or a workshop or something like that. So they will help you find the proper like publishing outlets or whatever it is. But the thing is like when you're connecting and you're asking for the help from the angels, the guides, God, goddess, source, creator, energy, whoever you want to perceive it as, it's important. You get to sit in quiet contemplation and ask, help me. Now, you have to quiet your mind and you have to get yourself out of the way because they're going to answer you. They always answer you. Now, the next thing is, after they answer you, they're going to give you a step for you to take in this 3D world. They're going to present you with an opportunity. And it's up to you to take that next step and present this. Why am I getting a massive deja vu right now? Like I've been here before doing this. so
Let's dimensions, darling. The reality's merging.
So what I see deja vu is as I jumped in the future real quick and came back real quick and experienced it again. Like it's pretty wild. So yeah, like time traveling, quantum jumping, quantum leaping. So that was pretty cool. I just experienced it. I was like, whoa. That was wild. So there's an inner writer in everybody. There's someone out there waiting to hear your story. And when you're speaking your truth, you are going to align with the law of attraction and everything. I feel like the throat chakra here. It's like when we speak our truth, that is the key. A lot of people say at the heart, but I feel like the throat is like the key because I feel like if you can be yourself and not apologize for it, it's like everything else just lines up for you. I feel like all the other chakras line up because you're being true to yourself. And then other people see that you're being your wacky, wild side or whatever, or your ideas are coming out. And it gives them the strength and the confidence to speak out and be themselves. And therefore you're healing by you doing your own work is helping others to heal as well. And that is a beautiful thing.
Oh my God, I love this. Well, you know, what's interesting too, by the way, I just had to share about the fact that your energy, your energy is so freaking unbelievable. It won't let us go to Facebook Live. We've tried every time I try with you. It does not happen. And that's why we're on YouTube. But literally, like I'm sitting here going,
you're sweating.
I'm sweating. I'm like,
I'm hot too.
woo, because it's just,
excuse me. I have to get my fan.
Well, isn't that handy dandy?
Oh, wait a minute. Something even better.
Oh my God, that's rad.
Wait a minute. Oh, I finally have a proper crown.
Oh man, that is the coolest thing ever. Where the heck did you get that?
There's a woman who lives in the UK who has been drawn to me lately, and she has been sending me gifts.
Wow.
Like, I mean, not just this. I literally have a box full of creations that she made. And she said to me, this is all about manifestation, guys. All of these items, these wands, this jewelry, all the stuff in here. She says, I want you to sell it and get yourself to Peru. Amazing.
Wow.
Like, yeah, I feel like I'm in this place where my manifestations come to fruition. As soon as I flip my switch on, they drop. I have so many manifestation stories. It's unbelievable. Like I should write the book. I should write a book about it.
You know, I'm sort of wondering here, and you know, the book thing is funny because like I keep like
isn't that so pretty?
That is just nuts. It's so freaking cool. Okay, it's just so cool. You're right about the book. You know, how does how we're leaving heart prints in the world every day, and we do the videos and whatnot. But there's also that leaving more imprints, and those people that are coming after you who are we're the example. We're the example of how to do things a little bit differently, and it all works differently for everybody. So yeah, I love that. Thank you. I think that was pretty cool. Okay. Unfortunately, we have a couple people on. Hi, a couple people who are on. Yeah, we have a couple.
Viewers? I don't know how we see the comments though. I don't know if they have comments.
Well, I got to click over here and take a look-see poo. That's kind of cool. I mean, honestly, So far so good. We're good. It's all right. It's all right with me because that this will get repurposed, and everyone who will ever need to see this will see it because that's the way it
Right.
works. I don't need to worry about that at the moment. It's not a thing. I was just like, I'm going live, so it's gonna be Facebook if you aren't gonna cooperate with me again, then I'm going back to YouTube.
Yeah, I think that was like was it our third try?
I'm sorry?
Was that our third try to try to go live?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. We tried it twice the first day, the second time, and then the second time in the day we never even attempted it. And then now this time it was just, yeah, it's, I tell you, it's the energy.
Could very well be.
And apparently, and what I'm getting is that we weren't supposed to be answering all the questions right now anyway. We can go back and do that. So that's
Right.
cool. And if anybody does have any questions, please post them in the comments. I can tell you that I can already feel the energetic shift is happening just because it is. And I am in the allowing space to receive that because I guess it's necessary. I don't tell source what to do. They tells me what to do. God
Yeah.
says, like, okay, let's do
Let me
this.
see your dagger that you have.
It's
Very
kind of
nice.
it's kind of tethered. It's from Florida.
I love it.
It broke in half.
But it's still effective.
It was like that long.
I have 6 of them.
Yeah, I love the selenite ones.
I have so many.
And this is
They're
the
gorgeous.
thing.
Ooh.
I just took my nails off. How embarrassing. They look awful. This is from
Mount Shasta?
Mount Crystal. And if you look
Mount
at
Crystal.
it, you can see the fate. You can see the things inside of it.
That is so cool. I love it. It
Isn't
looks
it?
like a piece that I got from Mount Shasta. I think it's Mount Shasta.
Very, yeah.
From
So
the DoubleTree mine there in California. I don't know exactly where it is.
I need to go to Mount Shasta. I've never been to Mount Shasta.
Yeah.
What
There's
do you-
supposed to be vortex energy there.
There is, and
Yeah.
everybody else has been, but I haven't went because I haven't. I'm going to put that on my list. Thank you.
Yeah, that's on my list too. So I need to get there too. And I'm going to Sedona in like
When?
a couple of months, like
Well,
maybe like September, October. I've got invited to go out there. Someone said they saw me online. They resonate with me. They've been following me, and they wanted to send me to. They're buying some property, and they're going to build a holistic. I'm not sure, store or something center, and they wanted me to kind of clear the land, bless the land, then come back out when they open and do the same thing before they open. So and they said it's going to be like September, October of this year.
Well, let me know because I know people there, and also that's only 4.5 hours from me.
Oh, word! And Francisco's there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Exactly. I mean, oh my God, I love that. I love that young man.
I know. Me and him have the best photos together. We do.
I saw that.
We're so handsome. Like we would make a handsome couple.
Yeah, you would. He's adorable. I can't get enough of him. He's just so cute.
I know. Oh man. So the other thing that I do, guys, is I'm what they call clairaudient, and that means I have clear hearing. I connect to what I perceive as 4 levels of human consciousness, and then beyond. The higher up that I go into connect, the higher up that whoever comes through, the energy that comes through, the less human language is used, and the more it's just like vibration and emotion that comes through, and the words change. And sometimes it takes me a little time to figure out exactly what, because I'm feeling it more than I'm hearing it at that point. It's no longer language, but it gets translated through a board that I use. I use this little letter board, and when I use my pendulum, I use it very short, and it spins at a super fast pace, and it whips through the letters on the board really fast. This is not a Ouija board or anything. That's something different. A Ouija board, I feel, is like its own entity. So I never touch them. And just a little bit of advice for those people who are worried about a Ouija board or afraid something came through or whatever, right? Because I get that all the time. And you can, if you're at that level and you're allowing something, an experience can happen. But you can break it up into 7 pieces and bury it in the northwest corner of your yard. That's just something that I learned. It's like a technique to get rid of the stuff that's associated with the Ouija board.
Okay, that's funny.
Yeah, but not to, but it's like, okay, guys, you have to be 21 in this country to drink, but you only have to be 8 years old to summon a demon.
Okay.
So it's like they make these boards, but the children don't realize what they're doing. And if they allow the experience to come through, and you can, and then that experience is real experience for that person. And that's kind of like what I do. So, and I've experienced those things myself, and I no longer resonate at that level. So I don't experience demons or curses or hexes or attachments or bad energy or any of that, because I now live in a different, I guess, dimensional frequency, we'll call it. But I do have the ability to scope myself down, bring my energy down into that frequency where someone is, and see these are what they call negative thought forms. They compound over time, right? So the negative thought forms compound over time, and they create these experiences for other people, such as hexes and curses and demons and poltergeists or whatever they're experiencing. I go in and
negative thought form. Yeah.
And I take the perception out, suck it out like a vacuum. We suck the perception out, and therefore it's no longer in the person's experience anymore.
Wow.
So that's part of shamanism, being able to do that. But not all shamans work with those types of energies.
Yeah.
A lot of them just focus only on healing. I will go in, and it's kind of like being an exorcist. I'll go in and remove that. If there's, I mean, I got to be honest with you, I've seen things as tall as the Empire State Building, like nasty, massive energies. But it's not like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man coming down the road, you know.
Yeah.
It's just an energy. It's like an energy that's been created by so many people thinking the same type of thing, just thinking dark thoughts or behaviors, and it just compounds and compounds, and then next thing you know, you have an experience happening. So I can go in and take care of it. It takes a lot of energy sometimes, but there's no need to fear it. There really isn't. It's like fear is what creates it all. Anything that you're fearful about, it's like, oh, you want fear? We're going to give you more fear, okay? Because you're vibrating at that level. The universe is like, okay, let's keep giving you those experiences, because apparently you want to experience that. So my job is to remove that from your experience. That way, you can get to where you need to be.
I love it.
So all that
in a cup of tea.
So what I do now is the next step usually, and when I do a session, is something I call a shamanic energy vortex blast. And that is where I, and you've probably seen me do it before, it's where I harness energies from what we perceive as the 5th and 7th dimension. And I send the energy. It's very non-specific, but I send it to whoever gives me permission to do so, and they receive it. Okay. It's kind of like when I close my eyes, I see all these little circles and dots. I call them the gateways of permission. It's almost like electrical wires that give me access to you instantly. It's like at the speed of thought. It's like faster than electricity. It's like poof, done, you know? So you give me permission, and then what happens is I send the energy to you. And your higher self, your higher being determines what to do with that energy. You can absorb it. You can use it to clear your energetic field, to clear your house, to clear your entire perimeter. I can do hundreds of people at the same time. And I have during live streams, like over 600 people giving me permission, clearing like their entire home and the perimeter all at the same time. I don't know exactly how it happens. It just happens. It's magical. It's magical. So I can do that next for you, Debbie. We can do a shamanic energy vortex blast. It only takes about 3 minutes. Okay. And what'll happen is you make sure you have something to drink. I always make sure the person is either sitting or laying down. We don't want you doing any acrobatics or any trapeze, no operating your plows or your tractors, anything unsafe. But you'll be surprised how many people do that. How many people are in their car driving, getting energy work. I'm like, no.
Please don't do that. Please do not. Please, you may not use you may not drive under the influence of this.
Yes. So if you're watching this at a future date, I suggest shutting this portion off until you pull over and stop, because a lot of people do watch videos while they're driving, and you can get dizzy. So you can get dizzy, you can get lightheaded, you can get nauseous. Okay. You could feel discomfort. You could feel pains or pressure. You could have a light headache. It really depends on where you have energetic distortions, because I'm going to be moving all the energy around, and that's kind of what makes you dizzy. I'm moving it around like as if it's the Tasmanian devil creating these little tornado, right, wherever he goes. So that's what I'm doing. I harness vortex energy, and that's what I'm going to send. And then you're going to hear me say all kinds of different things. You might see me gasp for air. Whoops, did I lose you? Am I still here? Okay.
Yep.
You might hear me gasp for air. You might hear my voice change also. You could see my body. You never know what's going to happen with me. But the main thing is that I get permission. So I have to have your permission. Okay, good. So I'm going to go ahead and start. What I do is I'm blending Peruvian shamanism, Japanese, and Chinese, and I create this whole little medallion on my own. So I'm using some symbols, I'm using some chanting. So it's kind of like integration of this one wild hodgepodge energy blast.
She's about to get wild.
I'm about to get wicked and wild. All right. So just breathe in slow and deep as you connect. I'm activating the chakras in my palms. Everybody has them here. We're born with these. You rub your hands together, immediately you'll feel the tingles. Okay. That's how we can activate our healing hands. There, I use the chokeray to harness energy, to pull it up. And I do it a couple of times until it feels right. We're going to pull from the fifth dimension. And then I call in Archangel Michael. Perception of Archangel Michael. He comes in as indigo and blue. You will remove anything in your experience that does not need to be there any longer. And then we pull a seventh dimension. You could get dizzy. I call in Archangel Raphael, emerald and gold color, velvety, smooth, soft energy, healing the divots in your auric field, any abrasions, any holes, distortions, healed. Now we're going to open the three chambers of the heart. Green for love. Pink, unconditional love. And blue, compassion through communication. Divine white light. Pull for the four corners, the golden ray. We create a slingshot. Release. Literally gold glitter all around you. God fire. It turned into a flame. And we're going to burn off any residuals. It could get hot. Send in the ring of fire. Now we follow that with a water spout. Perimeter clear. We're going to give you the 7 to 7 portal. Debbie. Abundance vortex for Debbie. Hook, anchored. Healing vortex. hooked, anchored. Open chakras. Task tethered crystal to the galactic center. Energy will shoot up through the bottom of this crystal, up to the galactic core. Anything at all residual, lower vibrational, up through. How are you feeling, Debbie?
Very relaxed. That was, I could feel tingles though, especially with the golden,
The gold glitter.
the gold glitter. I
Gold glitter.
thank God I didn't say golden shower, right?
So let me give you I'm giving you a quick scan. So your root chakra, right on your root chakra.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on a second. TE. Okay, so what's weird is that your root chakra is slightly tense. So this means there's this little instability either in home life, finances, or family. So when you have it, Nana's calling it tense. So it's tense. So it seems like it's tightly wound. And then we'll go in and I'll just relax it and we'll bring it back to where it belongs. So you know what to do. You're going to start taking these Himalayan salt baths at least twice a week. You're going to learn the 12 dimensional shield building technique to keep your sovereign space yours. Also outdoors every day, sitting under the tree, that kind of thing, grounding, connecting to the fairy realm also. They will help you. Those little shits will help you.
Okay.
If you ask, if you give them a crystal or something, they will do anything for you. All right. They will scan you to see if you're worthy. And as long as you've been living well and you're a good human being and you're good to the planet, they will help you. Now, if you're not, they're going to give you a set of tasks for you to do. They'll tell you. You'll get the intuitive hit about it. But so what we're going to do is with that root chakra, the root chakra is where I go to connect to the next dimension over, the fairy realm. All right. So all the elementals, the fairies, the gnomes, the sylphs, the undines, the mermaids, whoever, unicorns. That's where I go for that. So you're able to connect to that energy very easily. We just need to work out a little bit of that, whatever's going on in the root area. Okay. It's nothing major. It's just a little tense, So we're going to ease it up and we're going to allow the flow there. Sacral. Yes. Your sacral is okay. And you may not feel like it's always okay, but it is. And this is like about digestion, all of that. And that goes along with the solar plexus. But this is also about creativity. So your creativity is sparked. You have the drive. You have the creative ideas. You just need more of the creative outlet. And I think once you get that root chakra is also going to resolve itself at the same time. Once you get your ideas out there and flowing and actually in motion. Solar plexus. So your solar plexus are on and off. So they're spinning and then they have a little like a skip in the record. And what that means is occasionally that's going to give you some anxiety. So you might feel, and it might go like into expansion a little bit and then go back down. So it's not like it's a raging problem. It's like you're dealing with stress and anxiety. The amount that you have, you're dealing with it appropriately. And it's not wildly expanding. And what happens when a lot of people I see when their solar plexus are expanding outward, they develop disorders such as fibromyalgia, lupus, other autoimmune, MS, things of that nature. And then you also get the ADHD, the inability to focus, depression, anxiety, all that.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
and then what I do with those kind of people is I would shrink it down. I stop the solar plexus. I put them in reverse, and then I spin them back at the pace they're supposed to be. But for you, because they're not expanded, they're just on and off. There's like a little skip in there. So occasionally you feel a little,
Right.
and then you deal with it. It's like kind of like going over like a roller coaster and getting that feeling, the quick jolt of anxiety, and then you have a way of working it out. So we'll just smooth it out. That's all we're gonna do. We're gonna smooth it out. Okay, and heart. Okay, so your heart chakra is super powerful. So when someone has a really powerful heart chakra, it means that, first of all, you're a healer. That's number one. So whenever I see that, I'm like, okay, you're supposed to be doing a healing modality. You're supposed to be doing something in the healing field, whether it's physical healing, like medical, massage, reflexology, shiatsu, what's the stuff? Acupuncture. Is that what it's called? Acupuncture, things like that, or energy work. And for you, it's probably a little bit of both. So you're healing the physical body and integrating the energy work with it. So that's by it being so powerful and strong, it's like that's your life path. That's part of your life purpose. And you're living it. And that's a beautiful thing. So congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Throat chakra. Well, your throat chakra, well, we all figured out your throat chakra is fine. Your throat chakra is like this beautiful sky blue color, and it's moving around because you're speaking your truth. You're helping other people by doing these shows and living your authentic life. And not only that, you're a really good listener. You offer great advice to people. You're like a natural born counselor. So they're going to unload all their crap on you and you're going to take it in. All right. Yes, you're empathic, so you can feel all that, and you usually do, but you also have a way of not letting it drag you down. So that's really good. And that's where I was talking about the 12D technique, 12 dimensional shield building technique, which helps empaths not get so bogged down during the day. When they put their shield up, it creates a little sovereign space, and they're walking around their little tube all day long. You
The boy in a bubble.
Yeah, the boy in the bubble. That episode was just on the other day on Seinfeld.
I didn't even know Seinfeld did. John Travolta has a movie called The Boy in the Plastic Bubble.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yep.
The boy in a plastic bubble. Oh, this is like so much fun for people who are watching us. They gave permission. I'm loving this, you guys. Don't worry, we'll let you know how to book with her after we're done.
Yeah. So I'm right at your third eye now, Debbie. Your third eye's open. It's okay. You're actually ready for a little more expansion, and it's going to come to you. And you're probably going to feel it over the next. What's today? Today's July something. July 10th, 11th. I don't even know.
7/11.
Okay. So over the next 30 to 60 days, it's going to be a wild ride for you. So it's going to be wild ride energetic wise for you, and I'm sure we'll talk again, because what you got today was the residual effects of the 7 to 7 portal. You just received that today. I did that. That's where I pulled out, and I don't normally do this in sessions. I pulled out the abundance vortex and hooked it onto you. So you have your abundance flow literally hooked on your energy field, and then the healing vortex at the same time hooked on. I don't normally do that, but that's been part of what I'm doing for this 7 to 7 portal thing. It usually lasts for like a week or so. So we access those energies. These are the energies from the Sirius star system that we're able to access. So I think we just have a couple more days on that. I haven't done the full research on it, but I think we just have a couple more days left to really get the effects of it. So you got that today. So you're going to see the abundance start to happen, and we need that. And we need Debbie to be more abundant. That way Debbie can get out to more people and live her life's purpose. All
Can
right?
we say that loudly? I'm going to do this regardless, everybody. It doesn't matter. I won't stop. But it would be a lot easier. I love that you brought up the healing, because I'm a master trainer in the healing modality that I've been doing. And I don't talk about it.
So let me just pull up this real quick. I don't know if it's in my goddess card deck. I just need to read something. So Mother Mary just came here, just so you know. I've only talked to her one other time, and she just came here, said Mary's here. I'm going to channel that in a second and see what this is about. Why is Mother Mary popping up right now? Mother Mary. So Mother Mary is about having faith in your prayers. They're being heard and they're being answered. Wow, chills. So the message from Mother Mary is this: faith is the light that illuminates your pathway. Without faith, the future looks very frightening. That's why it's essential for you to take whatever steps necessary to keep your mind filled with faith. Not only faith, but also optimism. So it's like we have hope. Hope is good, but optimism is much better. So don't give up, all right, on yourself or other people at this time. Keep the candle of faith lit, burning with your soul, as one small inkling of hope can eradicate darkness and despair. Be the light that eliminates someone else's gloomy hopelessness as well. For as you make others stronger, it strengthens not only yourself, but the entire world. So let go of the worrisome thoughts and keep your thoughts positive, Debbie. And notice and follow any divine guidance that is given to you. You may receive, and start praying more. Pray every day. Talk to God more. He's waiting to talk to you. And start really engaging in more spiritual healings. Doing more, whether you're doing them on live streams or in the back or whatever. Make sure you're doing that every day.
That I'm doing more healings with people.
Yeah. So, and we all know who Mother Mary is. She's the beloved mother of Christ.
Yeah.
And she's known as the Queen of the Angels. And for her, she does ongoing work with miracles. She's like the miraculous healer. All right. And she's channeling into Debbie right now. She's here right now. She's making my head tingle. My head's tingling everywhere. I feel like I'm being touched. And she's like an advocate for, teachers, healers. She loves children. She's devoted to making the world a safe and happy place for everybody.
Yeah.
So when you feel like you need the strength, call upon Mother Mary, because she just came in here and blessed us with that. I've only actually had her come through one other time, and I missed it. She was here, and I had just taken THC honey, and I was loopy, and I'm like, oh my God, I missed my opportunity to talk to the Blessed Mother. And I heard something say, oh, she'll be back. And guess what? She just came back.
Well, can I tell you, I got to tell you this, Allison. So in my journey, Mother Mary is because I also teach compassionate communication that I've been studying for a couple of years. But in this process, when I go through the archetypes of those people that I admire, that I want to embody within myself, Mother Mary is one of the archetypes that I want embodied in my heart. So when I think of my archetypes, she's one of my biggest, I'm one of her biggest fans. Like, it's like that, I want to aspire to have her heart. So I embody that energy from that. So the fact that you brought her through is beautiful, because she's one of my main buds.
I love it.
Yeah,
wow.
she's part of my embodiment in my heart, which is why my heart's so big, because I needed that kind of strength in my heart to do this life. And this is what she's about, is giving your heart the strength when you feel like your heart is broken. And when she understands the broken heart, I understand the broken heart, and her compassion can feel you with a love and understanding that is beyond any human thought form. And really, that's what this is. So anybody watching this is bringing in the energy to embody, to take something in, to make it part of you, to allow that to be within you. And thank you, because she's an amazing energy. And there is just, besides her son, there is no, I just encourage everybody to ask for that beautiful energy of Mother Mary to come into their heart space.
Amazing. So that's like, I don't even have words, because I'm still feeling the presence. I actually feel like I'm wearing like a winter hat. Like I feel like I'm wearing something over my head right now, and there's nothing there. And so it's like still radiating through my body at this moment, and it's going all the way down to my feet. And it's almost like as if someone put a tractor beam on me, like lit me up.
I love
like that. So that I almost got emotional. I actually do have a little bit of a tear happening. It's very, it was just like emotions, like it's just like thought coming through.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. This is so beautiful, so beautiful.
I'm
And all of that came through when I had said crown chakra. It was like, we're looking at your crown chakra now. I was like, Mother Mary. I was like, okay, there you are. At the crown.
wow, Missy.
So what I'm going to do next, okay, with your permission, is I'm going to do what I call a energetic recalibration. And it's just like what you've done probably hundreds of thousands of times, chakra movement. And all it does is just align and balance. I mean, we have tons more chakras than what we're talking about here today. We're just talking about the main three. And so I'm just going to go through. I actually use a pendulum to spin them, and that's it. And then after that, you'll hear me do a little chant. I learned a lot through Dr. and Master Shah. I was listening to his audiobooks years ago, and then I found him on Facebook, and he goes live now. He teaches you how to do calligraphy, like soul calligraphy. It's beautiful.
How rad is that?
Oh, they get the big long scrolls of paper, and you sing a song. It's like, I love my heart and soul. You sing while you're doing it, and you do it over and over, and they're called soul songs. And it raises your vibrational level, and then you start to receive downloads during that. It's pretty intense. But I also learned a lot of his chants and a lot of chanting to connect. And so I'll do that at the end. You'll hear me say some. You hear me say some things.
What is that again?
Dr. and Master Shah, SHA.
I just had to, because that's like, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm loving that.
So I have integrated like all of these teachers and teachings, and I've taken a little bit of each thing that I resonated with and use it in my sessions.
I love this.
I know, it's amazing. I love it. I love doing it. I love taking something and making it your own. And that's what you've done too with your healing modality.
Totally.
So let's go ahead, and I'm just going to go ahead and connect to you. I'm going to back up a little. We're starting at the root, and we're just smoothing out the root, making it a little less tense, loosening it up. Loosen up root. Red root. Debbie. Done. Sacral. Orange. Debbie. Good. Solar plexus. Yellow. Debbie. Yeah. Heart. Got some heart energy there. Good. Throat. Throat energy there. Right on. Crown. Hey, hongachi iunyo. Hey, hongachi iunyo. Hey, hongachi iunyo. Hey, hongachi iunyo. Yo, wunichi na hunahe. Yo, wunichi na hunahe. Yo, wunichi na hunahe. Yo, wunichi na hunahe. Yes. Koi eros opo. Do. Do. Yes. RAN. Rancid. Rancid no more. Map on life. Dance now. Dance now. Dance. Okay. There you go, hun. Aw. Hello, puppy. Aww. Oh, pretty.
She's a healing puppy.
Aw. Hi, honey. Oh, you're like a snow bunny. Love it.
I was going through that, and she's like, she just came up to have some love.
Aww.
She's helping. You know, I want to say that it's super important that the chakra clearings and these things happen all the time. That was wonderful, because I could feel the I could feel it coming through my crown.
Good. So Nana says, okay, there was like a little some kind of energy. I don't know what it is. We didn't really delve into it. But she said, rancid no more. Rancid no more. Dance. Dance, dance. Like hallelujah. An experience is gone. And now you can dance and rejoice. Time to rejoice. Dance it out. Dance it out.
Nana, are you trying to say that stuff is just that it's time things I've been enjoying life anyway, even though there's been some things that have been a little bit difficult, we always find our way to joy,
right,
and love and be okay. But
it's gone. Whatever, like the perception, all it's completely gone. You might feel a shift in you. You could be really thirsty today. You could be very emotional over the next 2 days. That's normal. You'd be like, oh, what did Allie do to me?
Oh, oh, do you hear what she's saying? I'm gonna be a crybaby. I'm just kidding. This is coming.
So what I do is, like, I also take some Kathara. So I studied some Kathara.
Okay.
And
what is that?
It's like it's really hard to explain. There's different pieces to our energetic body. It's not just the chakras. That's just one little thing. There's all these different layers.
Okay.
And each thing is responsible for something else in your physical form. So there's a way of going in. There's these flash line sequences, kind of like a marquee, like you see like outside of a movie theater or something, a performance. And the lights flash in a certain sequence. Okay. It's kind of like, sort of like DNA. And if the flashline sequences are off, is when you start to develop disorders. Okay. So there's something called Huva bodies that are there. And you can go into the fourth Huva body. You can go in and hit the reset button. Reset. And then the flashline sequences will go in the order in which they're supposed to. And then if the person is doing the meditations, doing the homework that I give them, over the course of 4 weeks, you can have complete full body physical healing. But it takes 4 weeks to get into like your cellular structure. It's weird. It's like I'm healing all your etheric layers, and then it takes a little time. As long as you don't do anything strange, it'll seep into your physical body, and then you start to heal.
Well, what would be strange?
Like if you were to engage in something low vibrational, and then let's say you left here, you went to a raging party, you did tons of drugs, you hung out with some people, you went gambling, you drank a
Are you telling me I can't party like a rock star? Is that what you're telling me?
I
can't party like a rock star. She's saying, do you hear what she's saying? I can't party.
Or like doing something that we would think would be bad. Hurting somebody.
She does. Yeah. All right.
So as long as you're not putting up blocks, you'll be good.
Let me think about that. I'm pretty sure I got that. I can do that. Can y'all do that? I can do that. I have.
So you live well, you do good, you be good, you're going to get good.
I could do that.
And that's what I have for you. That's part of what I do. I also do channeling sessions. I can channel what we perceive to be galactics. So I am Lyran. I'm fully Lyran here. I'm Lyran in human. And I channel. And next month it's going to be wicked powerful. Next month we have the Lionsgate portal where we'll be able to access, extra energies. And I do a specific healing or harnessing of this energy. And everyone that I've done the Lionsgate portal with from last year that had the sessions have awakened like you wouldn't believe, and are doing, almost all of them are either broadcasting live or have their own spiritual business happening right now. And it is amazing. I love that. I love getting people to their path. That's what I want. That's what I want the most. I want everybody to find their way.
Exactly. Because people finding their way, living in their truth is huge. I have fuck.
Yeah, and then it's less work I have to do.
Well, you know, oh, no, honey, there's 7.6 billion people.
7.5 billion people.
Billion. And you know what? Billion people is a lot of people to get to. And it's super important that we're all coming together in alignment. Nobody knows more than anyone else or doing any. It has to do with, so working in a state of compersion, celebrating Allison for all this hard work that she's done. I mean, as you're watching this and you're thinking about it, I want you to celebrate who she in compersion. If we need people stepping forward and continuing on their journey. Why is it important to find your soul's purpose? Not so that you can be a billionaire, even though that's part of it, but that's not even it. It's so that you can reach the next one and the next one and the next one and the next one and so on and so forth. And what was interesting, Allison, is today, you know, I had a quick meeting this morning after Christopher got off to treatment. And then the meeting was done. I said, okay, Spirit, I'm getting ready to go live. What am I going to do today? And then I was specifically told, okay, you need to get Allison on. Then it wouldn't work. And I'm thinking, what do you want? Just sit back and receive, because I've been through so much and I already could see what was happening. We must go through these processes all of the time. Life happens for us, but we also are like magnets collecting lint. We gotta do a wash it off real quick. Do the shaker shock or shaker. I call it what do I call it?
I don't know.
Oh, I call it shake your chakra. Shake your chakra.
I love it.
Chakra. Well, like if you need to just do a quickie, you just shake your chakra. You just shake your body and you loosen it up and loosen up that ink around you. You grab little tools. You don't need to have tools, but tools are great if you just want to do a sweep. But you really need somebody you need someone to come in and align you, because if you watch this, the part of it that I'm hoping you take is, you see, as she's doing this, I'm in alignment with her. I believe this is happening and I'm in agreement with intention. But this also gives me the opportunity to be quiet, to sit back and just allow this to happen. Because if I don't have self-care, what happens? So this process is for Allison because here's your airplane mask, Debbie. What are you going to do with it? So that I can breathe. So I can breathe in that good ass prana. Thank you, Ralph Smart. And really, really allow myself to go to a space of center. So I can go and be creative today and kick some ass. And she brought Mother Mary through, who's like part of the queendom. You know, she is the queendom. She's the heart. So today's messages are all about the heart. And then at the end, you released, Nana called it, what'd she call it?
A rancid opal.
A rancid what?
Opal, like the crystal opal. But
yeah.
That's what they refer to as, what's the word for it? That's what they refer to it as, like, I'm not going to call it tethers, but like energetic experiences that want to come back into your life. They'll either loop around and come back, or it's like a past life experience that we kind of bring forth again. Like we don't need those things. Like we don't need to experience pains or disorders or any of that. So we tell the energetic opal, we don't need you right now. We don't need you. And so it goes away. It's like, okay, it's like releasing the perception. It's almost like when Israel does his quantum recalibration.
Yeah.
I do it in a different way. So I can see the future and the past. So I can see your past life tethers and I can see your future obstacles. And Nana calls them opals. So she's like, opals. Well, the opals are like the past or the present that's happening now. Those are what's going on right now, the opals. The pandas, she calls them pandas. Those are the future obstacles. Pandas are big and fluffy, and you're not going to move them. So those are the obstacles. So that's what she describes them as.
Okay.
Opals over here and pandas over here. It's
I hope
weird.
I don't have. I love, as much as I love the pandas. I don't need a whole.
We don't want pandas.
Well, I
So
mean,
what,
life is going to bring us pandas.
right,
Pet,
but
pet the
what
panda.
I can do is help you when you have a panda, and if it's a panda that we're allowed to remove, we'll remove it. But most of the time, we give you the panda, we give you a workaround, so it won't be such a difficult thing to go through. There'll be other options for you and make it smoother.
Good. I didn't have any pandas. I'm really glad because you know what? The pandas have all needed to go. They're hibernating now. My
It's
pandas
such
are.
weird terminology. I guess some strange words and
Now, it's funny.
phrases.
I love opals.
Hmm.
I love opals. They're beautiful, especially the blue ones.
Yep, I have a blue opal in my medicine bundle. I have upstairs my Peruvian
Really,
medicine
those are
bundle.
so pretty.
Yeah.
So Nana is saying that I really have a fox hair in my eyeball now. This is one thing about my dog. When she comes up, like I'll have pieces of her, no matter where I'm at, going.
DNA trail.
Oh, I brush her all the time and constant, but she's a furry dog, and it just. Let's see, how hot is it?
It seems rather hot to me.
It's 107.
Wow.
By 6 p.m., it will be 111.
Wow.
So it's a hot day.
It's a hot one.
It is a hot one. So, Allison, how do people book with you and get a hold of you so that they can start going through these sessions with you?
Sure. They can find me at the onenessprojectlight.com website. And you click on Oneness Team. You'll read my bio is there. And then if you click on shop, I also make jewelry. My jewelry is in there that I make, and my sessions are in there. So I have a third eye sessions for expansion and awareness. It helps you connect with your higher consciousness. And it also helps you develop your third eye. So it connects your third eye to your crown chakra to make all that connects. So you can start, honing in on your own intuition. I have channeling services where I give you written channel messages, and oracle card readings are there as well. So you can find me there. I also am the owner of the largest free psychic readings group on in Facebook. It's called Spirit Basket, where you can go in and you can get a reading from one of our other members, and everybody is allowed to read for anybody. I believe there's no such thing as approved readers. I want everyone to be one. There's no hierarchy, and I don't believe in that type of separation. So everyone's allowed to practice, because I feel everybody's psychic, and if you want to go in and practice, you can do that as much as you want. It's free. All the readings there are free. We have 11 admins in there, and they're all highly skilled healers and mediums and psychics that I've trusted over the years, and that some of them are actually my mentors that are in there. And we're all there to help you. We broadcast live almost every single day. One of us will, with free sessions and free readings. So you can find me there. And then you can find me on Facebook. You look up my name, Allison Capicilli. You'll see my bright shining face and my red hair. You know it's me, and you can message me anytime there as well.
I'm loving this. You guys get a hold of Allison Capicilli. All you gotta think is silly. Silly.
Yeah. But you know what's funny? They used to call me Cup of Chili, and then when I saw Cup of Grata, I was like, oh, Cup of Chili.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Very good. I love that. All right, so you all know how to get a hold of her. This will be replayed on Spirituality Gone Wild as a premiere. Okay, so let us know that you've watched this. Let us know that actually just book with Allison, because you need
just
to.
Book with me. Yeah.
I do Rock Your Spark sessions. That's not the same thing as what Allison's doing. And anybody that you ever, oh my God, she's such a goddess. I swear, you are a goddess. All right, guys, peace out. Message Spirituality Gone Wild. If you ever want to experience anybody I've had on, this is the collective unit working together in co-creation, in collaboration, in connection with conversion. So rock on. I'll see y'all over on the flip side on Spirituality Gone Wild.